What's going on YouTube? Kamikaze Von Doom here with another Outriders video, and today's video is going to be all about tips and tricks to get you up those challenge tiers and finally reaching, challenge tier 15 within the expeditions. But before all that, disclaimer, you need to be level 30, world tier 15, and yeah, just follow these tips and tricks and you'll be able to reach max challenge tier within no time at all. So we're going to do 3 different topics. First one's going to be about matchmaking. Next one's going to be about leveling up your gear and weapons. And then finally we're going to talk about all of these lovely legendaries. But alright, if that sounds good, go ahead and whip out that popcorn, get comfortable. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below how you've been doing these challenge tiers and expeditions. But alright, first things first, just so that you know I am legit, let's go over here to the expeditions. You can see I am challenge tier 15, and then you can see all of them, all of my times right here. Now I have not done Eye of the Storm yet. I'm still trying to get, my best level 50 build together before I do that, and then we'll do a whole video thing with that. But alright, so expeditions, how to reach challenge tier 15 fast and easy. First up, we're going to talk about matchmaking, because matchmaking is still a huge problem within Outriders. So, to simply matchmake, if you are solo, go right here to the station, activate the terminal, and you will see all of these different options. So first up, you can see that the crossplay game codes down here in the bottom. So say you have, a friend, you're trying to get into your game, you can easily generate a code like so, tell them the code, and then they will join your game instantly. And then same thing goes, join a game using code, so click that, and then you can type in, whatever code it is for them to join. Now the next options are quite, self-explanatory. You have your friends that are actually playing the game right now, and then the friends you have online that are not playing the game right now. And then finally, you have this lovely option right here, join a random team. And then you can see in yellow it says crossplay enabled. You can encounter players from other platforms. So, first tip and trick about matchmaking, I would highly recommend that when doing expeditions, you need to have your own squad. Whether that's just joining up with your buddies or doing some sort of LFG, whether it be on, Xbox LFG, Discord LFG. I'm sure there's websites out there for LFG for Outriders in general. But try to group up with people, whether it be via social media, what have you. Jump on this game, squad it up when you want to do expeditions. Reason being, there is huge controversy about this. But there are several groups that you join, and if they don't see the right legendaries, if they don't see the right class, if they don't see you're rocking the right weapons, they automatically kick you. This is not a joke. People do it every day. It is very hard to find, decent, solid groups to just grind out these expeditions. So this is one of the problems that we are seeing in Outriders, is that there's no vote system. It is purely on whoever is in control of that party. They can kick you at any given moment. Now, the worst part about this, and I've got it on stream, is that they can kick you after killing the final boss, and you can get no loot and no progress for that expedition. I'll say that again. I have personally killed the last boss of an expedition to get gold, and as we are going to the pod to open it, the party leader first kicked the other person that was in our team, and then I looked at him, and then he kicked me out of that team, and he was the only one to get progress for the gold and to also claim the loot. There are people out there, so be warned. I highly recommend, if you want to do this, either group up with your buddies or find some sort of LFG, because it has taken me quite some time to get these times and to reach, challenge tier 15 because I've done all this solo. So all of these are random matchmaking that I've done with random people. It was really hard to get to this point I'm at now. And after talking to, a few of my buddies, it's becoming quite clear that this is kind of the norm. It's either you're grouped up with your friends and everyone levels up together, or you find this weird solo, gray area where you either have to matchmake with people your level or you have to purposely, lower your own level to play with some of your friends. So this is a huge problem that I'm facing personally because you can help anybody go through the expeditions and then they can kick you at any given moment. More importantly, there are several teams out there where if you're not running, say Technomancer, Pyromancer, they just automatically kick you now. Even for Tricksters, I've been hearing a lot of Tricksters are getting the cold shoulder now as well as Devastators. But alright, so enough about that. That's all about your matchmaking. You can find it through that terminal right there. Now next up, we're going to talk about how to level your gear up so that you can reach this challenge tier 15 faster. Because when you do matchmake, it is based off of your personal level and the gear you are rocking. So if you are, trying to do challenge tier 14 and you only have, level 46 gear on, you're going to get matchmake with people of that likeness. So make sure you have your gear leveled up and you are ready to go, and it will matchmake you with people of similar styles and similar stats. But alright, so to level up your gear, let's say we just did an expedition, and we have some blue gear. Alright, this is just some random blue gear that I had in my stash that I wanted to, see what it would look like, leveled up. Alright, and let's do a weapon. There we go. Alright, so my character has blue gear, just random blue gear. I liked the first mod that came on a lot of these, and we'll see what they look like. So say all you're getting is blue gear and you're like, dude, I can't level up, all my gear is blue, what the hell do I do? Well, it's simple. You come over here to Dr. Zahidi, and you want to do it in this exact order. That way, you don't mess up, you don't waste anything. Alright, so first up, click on it, and then you want to go to improve rarity. This will really help you out, especially getting, good gear at higher levels. You want to do the challenging tiers, and even when you get blue gear, you can easily do this, and it's pretty cheap. So right off the bat, we're going 1800 up on armor, and we're going to get another mod. So click on that, and you even get to choose what mod you want to run. So all of these are tier 2 mods, and let's do resistance piercer, sure. So there's your first step. You do improve rarity. Next up, you have the mod you want, and if you don't want that mod, you can easily switch it out. So I want bleed damage on this mod. So let's go right here, bloody boost. So I want to change my mod, and there we go. So step 1, improve rarity. Step 2, mod gear. Make sure you have the mods that you want. Step 3, raise the attributes. Now I'm going to leave the last one open just so I can give you an example. Okay, so whenever you're raising your attributes and you want to, say, level up your gear, right? So you just rose another challenge tier, and ooh, look, I can get up to level 50. So say you can do this. When you do that and your attributes are maxed out, when you level up the gear, your attributes will now look like this, and you will have to max them out again. So I'll say that again. After you raise your attributes, they're all maxed out, and you go to level up. If you are able to level up that gear, you need to go back to raise attributes and max them out again, because every time you level up, it's going to lower these attributes, and you're going to have to level those up as well. So just remember that. So improve rarity, mod gear, get the mod you want, raise attributes to their max, and then if you can level up, do that. But if so, go back to raise attributes, and then you're good to go. So now we have a level 49 piece of gear that inflicts bleed with earthquake, and I do more damage against enemies with earthquake. Pretty cool. Now let's do weapons. Alright, so same thing with weapons. We have a blue piece of gear, and we have all of these different options. Go to improve rarity, pretty simple. And then, freeze and bleed. Let's see. Critical shots and death chains. So let's go with freeze. I like freeze. Alright, there we go. So let's go to mod gear. Say I don't want the bleed. And now I can go to tier 3. Freeze right there. Boom. So now I'm going to inflict freeze on enemies, and critical shots will inflict a icy blast that also makes them freeze. Boom. Pretty cool. Alright, so we improved rarity. We modded our gear. We now have it exactly the way we want. Now at this point we could swap variant if you wanted to do that, or obviously raise attributes. So we want to raise our attributes. Now these are all based off of the amount of shards you have in your inventory. Now to check that, you can just hover over shards and it'll tell you all these crazy numbers. Alright, so we improved rarity, we modded the weapon, and we raised the attributes. So again, you can level up the piece of gear, but if you do that, just remember to raise your attributes again. And now we have a purple shotgun ready to go. So that is matchmaking. That is how to level up your gear. And now finally, what to do with these legendaries. So here's my stash. I've been stashing all my legendaries, weapons, gear pieces, what have you. So here's my advice for legendaries. Now these legendaries, we'll talk about gear pieces. So gear pieces, you can see at the bottom, they have set bonuses. So if you collect the set, you can unlock the bonus, talent or mod, whatever you want to call it, and you're good to go. So what I say is put all of your legendaries, no matter what the level, in your stash, and wait until you can actually find, a set of 3 that you can put on and use. And if you get duplicates, I highly recommend you dismantle them to collect all of the tier 3 mods, because each of these come with a tier 3 mod, and you definitely want those on your library. That way you can increase some of the purple gear, and then you can have god rolls no matter what you do. So let's see, let's put a set together real quick. I think I've got the marshals. There we go. So with all 3, I get the set bonus, and it has to do with the endless mass skill. So what you want to do is you want to put those on, and then you can level these up slowly. That way you can have a challenge tier 15 legendary set. But you don't want to put these on until you have the full set. You want to make sure you have a good synergized build, and then go from there. But you definitely don't want to just have some Frankenstein set put together, and then you're last man on the totem pole when it comes to damage. Because the first thing they're going to do after a match is they're going to look at everyone's damage. 9 times out of 10, if you're the last one, you're probably going to get kicked. But yeah, so that is matchmaking. That is all about gear and all about legendaries. Now, same thing kind of goes with the legendary weapons. I am collecting them, but as soon as I get a higher level, I will dismantle the lower level one. That way I can collect the tier 3 mod. Now, if you want to just level them up as you go, they're really expensive. Let's look at Zahidi one last time. So Zahidi, if I wanted to level up this 49 Lucky Jinx to a level 50, this is how much it costs. 1118 titanium, and 72,000 node resources. So it does take quite a bit. Now you can do it. Everyone knows if they've been watching my builds. I have a level 50 Inferno Seed now, and I've been using this sucker since level 30. So I've been leveling this up quite a bit. But yeah, to each their own. Those are my tips and tricks to expeditions and how I personally reached challenge tier 15. I hope that you've learned from my mistakes when it comes to matchmaking and gear. I was just waiting for all, purples and, level up that way. But once you find those blues that have the right mods that you want, it's way easier to just increase the rarity and go from there. But alright, don't forget, hit that like, subscribe to the channel. I'm Kamikaze Von Doom. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.